Once, in a small village nestled deep within the heart of an ancient forest, there lived a family known for their jealousy and resentment towards one another. The darkness that clouded their hearts was said to be so potent that it attracted the attention of a mysterious figure rumored to practice black magic. The family consisted of 3 siblings: Cassandra, the eldest; Marcus, the middle child; and Isabella, the youngest. The jealousy that festered among them was like a poison, slowly corroding the bonds that should have held them together. Cassandra, consumed by envy, desired the wealth and prosperity that seemed to effortlessly follow Marcus. He had a thriving business that brought in great fortune, and Cassandra couldn't bear the thought of her younger brother overshadowing her. Isabella, on the other hand, was gifted with beauty and charm, making her the apple of their parents' eyes. One day, in the midst of a heated argument, Cassandra sought out the mysterious figure known as the Dark Weaver. Legends spoke of this enigmatic individual who dwelled deep within the forbidden parts of the forest, practicing ancient and forbidden arts. Cassandra, driven by her jealousy, made a pact with the Dark Weaver to curse her siblings. As the night fell, the forest echoed with whispers, and a chilling wind carried the scent of impending doom. Unbeknownst to Marcus and Isabella, the curse took root, weaving its tendrils into their lives. Marcus' once prosperous business crumbled overnight, leaving him in financial ruin. Isabella's beauty began to wither away, replaced by a haunting pallor that sent shivers down the spines of those who beheld her. The once loving family home became a place of sorrow and despair. Cassandra, however, found temporary satisfaction in her siblings' misfortune. But as the days passed, an eerie realization crept over her: the curse was not selective. The darkness that she had invited into their lives began to seep into her own soul, twisting her thoughts and poisoning her heart. Haunted by guilt and remorse, Cassandra sought out the Dark Weaver once more, begging for a way to undo the curse. The mysterious figure, however, only chuckled darkly, revealing that the true horror of black magic was its relentless and indiscriminate nature. In the end, the once jealous siblings found themselves bound by a fate far worse than their initial grievances. The family that had once been torn apart by envy was now eternally bound by the shadows of the curse, serving as a cautionary tale for those who dared to dabble in the forbidden arts of jealousy and black magic. In the secluded village of Eldritch Hollow, there lived a family known as the Thornbricks. Wealth and prosperity had smiled upon them for generations, but with every blessing, jealousy festered among the relatives like a poisonous vine. At the heart of the family rivalry were 2 cousins, Eleanor and Victoria. Eleanor, the elder of the 2, had inherited the family estate and the coveted Thornbrick heirloom, an ancient amulet said to hold mysterious powers. Victoria, consumed by envy, coveted the amulet and the wealth that came with it. One fateful night, as a blood moon cast an eerie glow over Eldritch Hollow, Victoria sought out an old and forbidden tome hidden within the family archives. Legends spoke of a forbidden ritual that could harness the dark forces to grant unimaginable power to the envious. Driven by her insatiable greed, Victoria performed the ritual, invoking the spirits that lurked in the shadows. The next morning, the Thornbrick estate was cloaked in an unnatural darkness. Whispers echoed through the halls, and an otherworldly chill permeated the air. Unbeknownst to the family, the jealous spirits Victoria had awakened hungered for more than just the amulet. They craved the very essence of the Thornbrick bloodline. As days turned into nights, a series of inexplicable misfortunes befell the Thornbricks. The once prosperous estate crumbled, its walls echoing with the tormented cries of the ancestors. Eleanor, sensing the malevolent presence that lingered, grew increasingly paranoid, suspecting her relatives of treachery. The family gatherings, once filled with laughter and joy, became tense and foreboding. Each Thornbrick relative eyed the others with suspicion, unaware of the supernatural forces at play. Victoria, attempting to conceal her involvement, played the role of the concerned cousin while secretly reveling in the chaos she had unleashed. As the darkness tightened its grip on the Thornbricks, Eleanor discovered the ancient tome hidden in Victoria's possession. Realizing the gravity of her cousin's actions, she confronted Victoria, demanding an end to the curse that plagued their family. In a desperate bid to save herself, Victoria revealed the truth of the ritual she had performed. The spirits, unsatisfied with the amulet alone, sought to claim the souls of the Thornbrick descendants to appease their insatiable hunger for envy. Determined to break the curse, Eleanor, guided by an ancestral spirit, devised a counter-ritual. The Thornbricks, despite their mistrust, reluctantly joined forces to perform the ceremony on the night of the next blood moon. As the ritual unfolded, the ancestral spirits clashed with the jealous entities, creating a storm of supernatural energy. In the midst of the chaos, Eleanor and Victoria, their fates intertwined, stood at the epicenter of the struggle between light and darkness. In a blinding flash, the curse was broken, and the malevolent spirits were banished. However, the cost of their salvation was steep. Eleanor and Victoria, forever linked by the ancient amulet, became spectral guardians of Eldritch Hollow, eternally bound to protect the village from the shadows they had unleashed. The Thornbrick estate, now a haunting reminder of the family's descent into jealousy and dark magic, stood as a testament to the dangers of unchecked envy. Eldritch Hollow, forever changed by the events that transpired, whispered cautionary tales of the Thornbricks and the cursed amulet that bound them in an eternal dance between jealousy and redemption. In the quaint town of Ravenswood, there lived a family notorious for their envy and greed. The Morgans, a once close-knit family, were torn apart by the poisonous seeds of jealousy that had taken root in their hearts. At the center of this dark tale were two sisters, Amelia and Eliza. Amelia, the elder of the two, was known for her beauty and grace, capturing the admiration of the townsfolk. Eliza, however, lived in the perpetual shadow of her sister, unnoticed and overlooked. Consumed by bitterness, Eliza harbored a deep resentment towards Amelia. One fateful day, as the sisters stood on the cliffs overlooking the turbulent sea, Eliza encountered a mysterious figure known as the Shadowbinder. Legends spoke of this dark sorcerer who could manipulate shadows to fulfill the deepest desires of those willing to make a pact. Eliza, desperate to escape her sister's shadow, struck a sinister deal with the Shadowbinder. As night fell, Eliza performed a forbidden ritual that unleashed a dark force upon Amelia. The envy-fueled magic twisted and contorted, transforming Amelia into a shadowy figure, cursed to roam the town in perpetual darkness. The once vibrant and beloved sister became a harbinger of fear, her presence casting a chilling gloom over Ravenswood. Eliza reveled in her newfound attention and admiration, basking in the glow of her sister's misfortune. However, the curse proved relentless, as the shadows that consumed Amelia began to whisper haunting truths about Eliza's deceit. The townsfolk, initially enchanted by Eliza's apparent success, soon turned their backs on her as the darkness of her actions came to light. Haunted by guilt and the chilling whispers of her sister's cursed spirit, Eliza sought out the Shadowbinder once more, pleading for a way to reverse the curse. The sorcerer, amused by Eliza's desperation, offered a grim solution. To break the curse, Eliza had to willingly take her sister's place in the realm of shadows. Realizing the depth of her folly, Eliza hesitated but ultimately made the sacrifice. As she stepped into the shadows, the sisters' fates were intertwined once more. Amelia's spirit was freed, but Eliza became the new embodiment of the cursed shadow, destined to roam the town in eternal darkness. The Morgan family home, once filled with envy and discord, now stood as a somber reminder of the consequences of unchecked jealousy. Ravenswood, forever marked by the tale of the cursed sisters, learned that the pursuit of one's desires at the cost of others could lead to a darkness that consumed not only the heart but the very essence of one's existence. In the forgotten town of Ravenshade, nestled deep within the embrace of ancient forests and shrouded in an eternal mist, there existed a family whose lineage bore the weight of an unspeakable curse. The Ravenshaw family, once a proud and prosperous clan, had succumbed to the venomous tendrils of jealousy that wound themselves around their hearts. At the heart of this chilling tale were two brothers, Sebastian and Adrian, who, despite sharing the same bloodline, harbored a bitterness that ran as deep as the roots of the gnarled trees surrounding their ancestral home. The source of their rivalry lay in a mystical artifact, the Raven's Eye, a legendary amulet said to grant immeasurable power to its possessor. Sebastian, the elder brother, was bestowed with the Raven's Eye by their ailing father, who believed him to be the rightful heir. Adrian, consumed by an insatiable desire for supremacy, sought out the dark arts in the forbidden corners of Ravenshade. There, in the shadowy recesses of an ancient grove, he made a pact with a malevolent entity known as the Whispering Shade. Adrian's ambition knew no bounds, and he yearned not only for the Raven's Eye but also for the complete subjugation of his brother. The Whispering Shade, amused by the human folly of envy, granted Adrian a sinister power to weave dark illusions and manipulate the minds of those he envied. As the night fell on Ravenshade, a sinister mist enveloped the town, and whispers echoed through the alleyways. The Raven's Eye, sensing the presence of forbidden magic, resonated with an ominous glow. Unbeknownst to Sebastian, he became the target of Adrian's dark machinations. Adrian, armed with his newfound powers, unleashed a torrent of illusions upon Sebastian. The once peaceful Ravenshaw estate twisted and contorted into a nightmarish realm where reality and illusion danced in a macabre waltz. Friends turned into fiends, and every shadow whispered betrayal. Sebastian, tormented by the ever-shifting reality, sought the guidance of an ancient seer who dwelled in the heart of Ravenshade. The seer revealed the curse that bound the brothers, and the dire consequences that awaited if the Raven's Eye remained a beacon of envy. Determined to break the curse, Sebastian confronted Adrian, unveiling the truth of his brother's dark alliance. The Raven's Eye, sensing the familial discord, erupted in an otherworldly brilliance, and the two brothers found themselves transported to a realm suspended between the living and the shadows. In this spectral plane, the Whispering Shade materialized, relishing the chaos it had sown. It offered a choice. One brother could sacrifice himself to break the curse, or both could be condemned to an eternity of torment in the shadowy abyss. In a selfless act of redemption, Sebastian embraced his fate, willingly surrendering to the darkness to save his family. As he vanished into the void, the Raven's Eye shattered, releasing a blinding burst of energy that expelled the Whispering Shade from Ravenshade. The mist lifted, and the illusions dissipated, revealing a town scarred by the consequences of jealousy and dark magic. Adrian, now consumed by guilt and remorse, vowed to rebuild his family's legacy and honor his brother's sacrifice. The Ravenshaw estate, once a symbol of envy and discord, now stood as a solemn reminder of the perils of jealousy. The townsfolk, forever changed by the supernatural events that transpired, whispered the tale of the Ravenshaw brothers and the sacrifice that broke the curse that lingered in the shadows of Ravenshade. In the quiet town of Harrow's Hollow, where secrets whispered through the rustling leaves of ancient oaks, there existed a friendship destined for malevolence. Emily and Lily, inseparable since childhood, shared a bond that seemed unbreakable. However, beneath the facade of camaraderie lurked the insidious tendrils of jealousy. Emily, with her radiant charm and effortless grace, had always been the center of attention. Lily, her childhood friend, found herself perennially overshadowed by Emily's magnetic presence. The green-eyed monster of envy took root in Lily's heart, growing more malignant with each passing day. One evening, as the moon cast an eerie glow over Harrow's Hollow, Lily stumbled upon an old grimoire in the dusty attic of her family's ancestral home. The ancient book, its pages warm with age, promised a way to harness dark powers and tip the scales of fortune. Driven by her jealousy and the desperate desire to be free from Emily's shadow, Lily delved into the forbidden rituals inscribed within the grimoire. The incantations, muttered in hushed tones, summoned a sinister force that thrived on envy. Lily, unwittingly, made a pact with a shadowy entity known as the Envious Shade. As the pact solidified, an unsettling change crept over Emily. Her once vibrant aura dimmed, and an invisible shroud of melancholy enveloped her. Unbeknownst to Emily, Lily's newfound powers allowed her to manipulate the perception of those around her. Friends and acquaintances began to view Emily through the distorted lens of Lily's jealousy, perceiving her as a source of misery. As the dark influence spread, Emily's relationships crumbled, and an isolating chill settled over her life. Lily, feigning concern, played the role of the sympathetic friend while secretly reveling in the chaos she had sown. Unseen by all, the envious shade lingered in the shadows, nourishing itself on the festering envy within Lily's heart. Haunted by strange occurrences and a sense of impending doom, Emily sought solace in the company of a wise old woman known as the Oracle of Harrows. The Oracle, attuned to the supernatural currents of the town, sensed the malevolent forces at play. She warned Emily of the dark magic that had entwined their fates and urged her to confront the source of the growing shadows. Driven by a desperate need for clarity, Emily confronted Lily, demanding the truth. As the confrontation unfolded, the envious shade materialized, its form a grotesque manifestation of Lily's envy. The entity reveled in the chaos it had orchestrated, feeding off the emotional turmoil between the once close friends. In a final act of defiance, Emily, guided by the Oracle's counsel, uttered a counter-incantation, aiming to sever the pact between Lily and the envious shade. The air crackled with arcane energy as shadows recoiled from the radiant light of Emily's determination. As the incantation reached its zenith, the envious shade let out a guttural wail, its grip on Lily shattered. The shadows dissipated, revealing the true nature of Lily's actions. Consumed by guilt and remorse, Lily, once a puppet of the dark forces, collapsed to her knees. Harrow's Hollow, released from the malevolent influence, began to heal. The townsfolk, unaware of the supernatural drama that had unfolded, felt a renewed sense of harmony. Emily, scarred by the ordeal, extended a forgiving hand to Lily, recognizing the destructive power of jealousy. The grimoire, now sealed and hidden away, served as a reminder of the consequences of dabbling in forbidden magic. The once unbreakable bond between Emily and Lily, tested by envy and darkness, stood on the precipice of redemption, offering a cautionary tale to those who dared to let jealousy consume their hearts. In the picturesque town of Silverbrick, where cobblestone streets wound through quaint cottages and towering evergreens, two lifelong friends, Olivia and Grace, shared a bond that had weathered the tests of time. Yet, like a storm brewing on the horizon, jealousy began to cast its ominous shadow over their friendship. Olivia, with her captivating charisma and artistic talents, seemed to effortlessly draw admiration from all who knew her. Grace, once content in the glow of their companionship, found herself increasingly resentful of Olivia's successes. The roots of envy burrowed deep into Grace's heart, and a desperate yearning for recognition led her down a treacherous path. One moonlit night, Grace discovered an ancient tome hidden in the dusty corners of Silverbrick's long-forgotten library. The grimoire, bound in weathered leather and filled with cryptic symbols, promised a means to transcend the limitations of envy. Fueled by bitterness and a thirst for validation, Grace delved into the forbidden pages, stumbling upon a spell that invoked the spirits of jealousy. Unbeknownst to Olivia, a dark force began to weave its tendrils into the fabric of their friendship. Shadows clung to Grace like a second skin, empowering her with the ability to manipulate the perceptions of those around her. The more successful and adored Olivia became, the deeper Grace's envy-driven magic took root. Silverbrick, once bathed in the warm glow of friendship, now echoed with whispers of deceit. Olivia, unaware of the subtle machinations at play, faced inexplicable challenges and misunderstandings. Friends who once praised her talent now questioned her motives, and a shadowy cloud hung over her once vibrant life. As Grace reveled in the chaos she had orchestrated, a sinister figure emerged from the shadows, the Envy Weaver, an ancient entity drawn to the potency of jealousy. The Envy Weaver whispered dark counsel to Grace, urging her to intensify the spell and consume Olivia's life entirely. Fearing the escalating turmoil and sensing an unnatural force at play, Olivia sought guidance from an elderly mystic named Seraphina. Seraphina, attuned to the mystical energies that permeated Silverbrick, sensed the malevolent presence and unraveled the threads of dark magic entwining the friends. In a clandestine meeting, Seraphina revealed the truth to Olivia, exposing the insidious nature of Grace's envy-driven spell. United by a common cause, the two set out to confront the Envy Weaver and break the curse that threatened to destroy their friendship. Under the light of the full moon, Olivia and Grace ventured into the heart of the ancient Silverwood forest, guided by Seraphina's ancient knowledge. There, in a clearing illuminated by an ethereal glow, they faced the Envy Weaver, a grotesque creature born of jealousy and darkness. In a climactic battle of wills, Olivia and Grace resisted the temptations of the Envy Weaver, combining their strengths to unravel the spell that bound them. As the enchantment shattered, the Envy Weaver let out a harrowing scream, its form dissipating into the night. Silverbrick, released from the grip of envy, breathed a sigh of relief. The rift that had threatened Olivia and Grace's friendship began to heal, and the shadows that once clouded their lives receded. With the ancient grimoire safely sealed away and the Envy Weaver banished, the town rediscovered the harmony that had been lost to jealousy. Olivia and Grace, forever changed by the ordeal, emerged with a deeper understanding of the fragility of friendship and the dangers of succumbing to envy. The tale of Silverbrick's brush with dark magic and the redemption of friendship became a cautionary legend, a whispered reminder to cherish the bonds that transcended the shadows of jealousy.